Welcome, everybody. It's your boy, the Versace Stunner, with another episode of VSW. Thank you, everybody that's tuning in. I'm going to say this, spark one now if you got it, because I sure am. Smoking some Galactus today. Any which way, what I want to talk about. Big news in the toy world, well, in the figure world today. A nice and not so nice. I don't know. It's a 50-50 for me, what I'm about to say. But it was revealed today on through Ringside, and Jerry Padua there, the guy that makes the AEW figures, that they are releasing Series 1B. That's right, folks. It's already up on Ringside. Right now, you can pre-order it. Series 1B. And what is Series 1B, you might ask? Well, I mean, it's the same figures. You got Cody Rhodes, Brandy, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, Kenny Omega, and Chris Jericho. All in the same gear that was there, Series 1. So, what's the difference? The paint, the skin tone. The skin tone has been made darker. As you know, the first Series 1 was made during the pandemic, and I guess what I've been told, they just didn't have, the paint or whatever it needed, and the whole series came out very, very pale. All the wrestlers look pale. Nobody has a tan compared to the second and third series and fourth series and so on. I don't really mind it. It is what it is. But I see also why they're doing it. It's also going to give a chance for those that didn't, get Series 1. It was very hard to find, first of all, Series 1. I mean, Ringside took pre-orders, and that was great. A lot of people ordered them, but a lot of people were also expecting Walmart to, get them. And that just did not happen with Series 1 the way it should have. Yeah, some did, but not everyone did, and it was very a mess to find. Just now, I'm seeing Series 3 in, Targets and Walmarts. Never mind, Series 2. I did see a few back in the day, but Series 1 was very, very impossible to find. So I get that. But there's a lot of people out there that bought Series 1 over the aftermarket prices and paid a lot of money, for single figures. I still see them in collectibles, gaming stores, and other, smaller toy stores. They're going for $40, $60 a figure. Crazy, right? So, I mean, this is a nice alternative. You can get, the Series 1 figure. There will be different packaging, so, those original collectors will not, lose value on their figures. It's still worth something, the Series 1A, I guess I'm going to call it now. So, why am I not too happy with this? I mean, I'm not too happy with this for a little bit of reason. Again, they're the same figure. Exact figure except for the color changes. I don't really see the point of it. If this is what they wanted to do originally, I don't see why they rushed the release of it. They should have just kind of waited it out and released it, when they had enough, first of all, supply for the demand, and the colors were correct. Having them go back and fix this kind of makes me feel like I bought an unfinished product on the first round. Almost like buying a video game that is, not finished, and then you don't get any updates for it either. It's kind of like what this is. It's also, a little bit of a money grab. It's the same exact figure, and, as a collector, I'm tempted to buy it because of the updated colors, but, I mean, do I really want to spend another $160 plus on these? Through Ringside. I can maybe find them retail if they're going to hit stores at Target, and they're only $19.99. That is how much these figures go for in Target and Walmart. If you can find them there. I've been very lucky with Series 3. I found the Young Bucks the other day. I've been helping Disable Wolf complete Series 3. He missed out on the pre-orders and everything. He was able to go back and get some of Series 2. Everybody, I believe, but the Lucha Brothers So if anybody has those, for a very fair price, Series 2, please shoot at Disabwolf, DISABWOLF, a message on Twitter. He is looking for them. But anyway, so, I decided, me being, the figure hunter, I would help him with Series 3, and I've been going to Targets almost every day. Found the Young Bucks for him. Then I came back and found a Darby Allin. We found a Rio for him. And then the other day I found the Pac. So all we are looking for now for Series 3 for Disabwolf is the Orange Cassidy. And hopefully we find him soon, or can get it for a reasonable price. If anybody has one of those as well, please shoot him an email, a DM on Twitter, at DISABWOLF, Also give him a follow. He's one half of the VSW podcast. Well, actually now 1/3, as we got the Yoga Demon joining us, to do a lot of the moderating, bringing the pop culture, bringing some gaming and other stuff to this wonderful podcast. But yeah, so I've been, helping him do that. And I told him today, for someone like him that missed out on Series 1, wasn't able to get it, this Series 1B is perfect for him. Okay? It's perfect. He's big into getting things signed, as am I. So, it's a chance for him to go back, get these figures, so, if he does a StarCast or something, other AEW-related event, he can get these guys signed and go back and get them. It's great for him. Someone like me, I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm torn to drop that kind of money. If I find them in stores, sure, I'll pick them up, probably to open them. To be honest, I haven't really opened any of the AEW figures. I did go out and buy a second set of Young Bucks Series 3. Just because I wanted them and I didn't want to open my Series 1. I didn't want to pay the market prices for Series 1 to open them. So I did go out and, and I was able to successfully grab two, another set of them, Matt and Nick Jackson, and so I could open them up. Besides that, I have not opened up the AEW figures. So if I see these ones in store, yes, they'll be going into my loose collection. And hopefully I do. I mean, I wouldn't mind a loose Jericho. I wouldn't mind, I guess a loose Cody. There's so many Codys and so many Codys coming. That's the other thing that really irks me about the AEW line is all the Codys. We have a lot of talent that has not been made yet, like Britt Baker and other great superstars that AEW has on their weekly show. And, we've got a couple of Cody Rhodes and a couple of Hangman Pages and, a couple of Chris Jerichos. We got a lot of duplicates early on, in my opinion. That was very unnecessary with this series. And they are coming out with the Unmatched that's going to have, even more diversity in the characters that they make and create for us, and who they take off and decide to make molds of. But, until that happens, we're stuck with the Unrivaled series. I mean, it's a good series if you like to chase figures. Maybe you have to pay aftermarket prices or really quick at ringside. I mean, Series 5, I think, is still up there. You can find it. Series 3 might be some here and there. Series 2 is up there. I mean, they are findable on ringside. I try to pre-order them as soon as they come. Or if I know a sale's coming on ringside, I would wait it out a little bit. But, my friend, like I said, waited it out, and he ended up not getting Series 1 at all. Couldn't get it. So you don't want to wait too long if you're going after them. But, you can let it ride a little bit. I do believe they're going to make a lot more of this Series 1B than they did a Series 1A. The other thing they're not going to do is they are not remaking any of the Chase figures, so those will not be available in stores or wherever these are sold. You're not going to find them. So whoever has those Chase figures from Series 1, you got it. You don't have to worry about that. They'll never make those again. Very hard to find the AEW chases compared to the WWE chases in the variant figures. Ringside even sells some of those. But they don't sell any of the AEW and ring chase figures or rare one variants. And it's probably because of just how many are made. There's very limited numbers. What I think is 1 in 100, 1 in 1,000. Could be off, but they're very small amounts. That being said, the prices on those, on eBay are huge. And if you're trying to make money, that's, you can make good money finding a chase figure AEW. Good luck finding one, but you can. Me personally, I would probably either keep it. I'd have to actually put it in with my collection because they are numbered, believe it or not, into the regular series. So if you're really going for the whole series, you kind of need those chase figures. But we don't like to think about that. We really don't. As being someone that's kind of a perfectionist with the collection and collecting, I'm not going to let that one bother me too much. I don't really want to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for a couple of figures. Pretty big news. I don't know when they're going to release Series 6 for pre-order. That will be interesting. You're going to have Scorpio Sky, I believe, and Kazarian there. You got another Jericho, another MJF. You got another, let me just go look it up. Because I know you got Jake Hager, too. Got a bunch. It's been a while since they announced them. So that's why I'm just like, let me just look it up so I don't mess this up for everybody. So here's what we got. We got the Sheeta, another Jericho, the real Jake Hager. You got another MJF. Oh, I'm sorry. You got the Lucha. The Series 6 got the Lucha Brothers. Another Lucha Brother, another Rey Fenix, and another Pentagon. I'm mistaken what I was saying with Series 5, and that's going to be another great series. That should be coming out soon. I do have that one pre-ordered. And that's the one with Jon Moxley, Hangman Adam Page, Luchasaurus, Jungle Boy, Scorpio Sky, and Frankie Kazarian. And those two coming with the AEW tag titles. So, we do have a lot of AEW things coming out. Sorry about that botch there, but like I said, it's kind of hard when they announce these things months before you pre-order them, and then, you kind of just wait. And then they sell more pre-orders, and you got to get them another series and another series. You might get 3 series in, depending on what order you got them. Before you get any figures, you might have 3 pre-orders coming out. I had 2 anyways. I had 3 and 4 going for months. So, 4 and 5 rather, going for a few months. So, it's kind of hard to remember it when they're doing it like this. But it is kind of, if you're someone that's going to forget or, you don't want to be hassled, just go to Ringside when they are released, pre-order them, and then you just don't have to worry about it. Ringside will ship them to you when they get released, and that is it. Speaking of long releases and all of that, I don't know if any of you collect the New Japan figures by Super 7. Those are great. I got the Series 1, and I ended up, opening up my Will Ospreay and Okada. So I ended up buying 2 more of those. My other 2 I never opened. The quality on those figures are amazing. I am waiting for Series 2 to come out. I did not pre-order. I'm hoping I'm able just to buy when they come. They are more pricier than, WWE's, AEW's, even the WWE Ultimates. They are more pricey. But they're well worth it. They come packed with accessories. The articulation is great, Super 7 does a great job. I have the Andre the Giant too, with the bear mug and the vest, the old Andre before he was, the singlet black with Bobby the Brain. And, like I said, the articulation on that is great as well. You don't really see Super 7's figures in store, at least not the wrestling ones. I hope that changes in the near future. I'd love to be able to walk into Target, go to the collectible sections with the NECA figures, and above that be Super 7, New Japan figures. That would make my day. But, who knows if they'll catch on. Like I said, they are rather pricey for wrestling figures. Unless you love New Japan or are a really good hard collector, they might not be for you. But, there's a whole range in figure collecting. You can get a WWE basic set going. They're only $9.99 each. Elites at $20, Ultimates at $30. I mean, that's for new figures, of course. When you start getting into older figures, the prices vary anywhere between, $30 and, $500. I've seen a $500 Bret Hart ringside exclusive going for sale in a store, in a collectible store. And same price online. I've seen, $200 figures. I bought a $250, King Kong Bundy. Maddie exclusive special because I really like King Kong Bundy and I couldn't find any Elite. I had the classic Superstars version, in the 3-pack with the Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov, but I didn't have any Elite version. They didn't make a regular Elite version. It's not like Andre where they made a bunch. Or even a basic. They made a basic Andre this year for the WrestleMania. It was sold at the Elite price, but it comes with a cool little cart ring. But, I didn't have no King Kong Bundy, so I went after that one. And I'm glad I did. I love it. I'm never opening it. Well, I can't say never, but it's not open now. It's still in the box. I don't open all my figures. I am known to open some, even some heavy hitters. I opened a Roddy Piper the other day. Triple H Attitude Era figure, and some other ones. I have a good mixture between, mock figures and, loose figures. I keep my loose figures, they're just display only. Accessories get stored away right away, bagged and named, so I know which is which, and the figures just get on the shelf and display. Today, I found in my huntings that I went, I did some figure searching. So I was looking actually for a few things. As you know, WWE Legends Series 10 has been kind of released. They released the Big Van Vader with the New Japan gear. And they also released the John Cena from, WrestleMania 36's, Firefly Funhouse match. These have been hard to find in my area. I've seen them in other states popping up and through groups. People are selling them. I may or may not have bought an over-the-market priced one. For a very fair price, though. Let me give you that. Very fair price. I paid, just basically the figure plus shipping. But I wanted to try to see if I can find them in stores because, I like to have two of the Legends. I like to open them. Especially this one. It's just really cool. It has the headgear. It has another head. It has other hands. It has the original, Mastodon gear. It's very cool. Very cool figure. They will be releasing the Brutus Beefcake and Diamond Dallas Page that go to this series with the Beefcake variant later on in a couple of months. I don't know why they split it up, but they did. And then they showed us what Series 11 is going to look like. More great superstars there. In Series 11, you got the Bam Bam Bigelow. Who else did we get in that one? Big John Stud. Let me see if I can find that complete list too. They were announced the other day. It was the let me see. Oh, that's still that one. I just don't feel like trolling through ringside at the moment. But let me try to remember them all. Yeah, I know you had the Bam Bam Bigelow, the Big John Stud, I'm trying to think of who else. Jesus, it's all slipping my mind today. I'm sorry, I'm not really prepared for this. I wasn't even going to jump into the these guys. I was mostly just talking about the AEW guys. Okay, here we go. Finally found the information that I was looking for. So, on 11 coming out, you're going to have the Macho Man, Randy Savage, with the classic purple shirt and, the glasses with a couple of hands, nice bandana and all of that. You have a Chase Randy Savage. That will be on there as well. You're going to have the NWO Wolfpack Scott Hall. An ECW Bam Bam Bigelow, gray and white. And then the Big John Stud. I've been waiting for that one for a while. So. Sorry for that delay. Wow. Between the Galactus and just, jumping into topics that, as they keep going, I'm not always prepared for these podcasts. I do not write a script out. I'll tell you right now, my podcasts are unscripted. I don't have any of the people that work with me, Disabled Wolf or the Yoga Demon, write a script for this stuff. It's all unscripted. We got our topics, we just talk about it. It can run into anything. Sometimes it does. Sometimes I ramble. But yeah, so that's what's coming out, with my tally. Also, I think some Ultimate figures, another Hogan and a Bret Hart. I'm not sure. Just, Elites. Something I heard about. There's going to be tons of great stuff coming out in the toy world. But, today was about AEW and that whole Series 1B. Like I said, I'm going to pass on buying these on Ringside. I will go hunt them in stores if they're available, which I'm pretty sure they will. That's probably one of the other points of doing this, is to get these ones out into retail. Now that it's not just Walmart, which was originally the original only retail store that had them, you got Target as well. So with both of them combined, you can really get these guys on the shelves and into consumers' hands. I would suggest that would be their route and not just solely on Ringside. And I mean, with that being said, if you didn't get them, get them. Go get them. Go buy them. If you're an AEW fan, you're going to want them. In my opinion, the Young Bucks gear in Series 1 is far superior to the Young Bucks gear in Series 3. And the facial expressions in Series 1 are better too, in my opinion. Series 3, I think they look a little goofy. You also got the iconic Jericho. Like I said, they're making a new Jericho, but it's going to be because of, his gimmick has changed. Same thing with the MJF and so forth. The very elusive Brandy Rhodes. A lot of people had trouble finding her. I was getting all sorts of crazy offers for mine. Within the, 20 range, and then it started jumping to 70, 100, 150. I was like, look, I'm not selling my Brandy Rhodes. I got one of them. It's not for sale. It's part of my collection. Just leave me the fuck alone. Okay? I'm not always in this game to make money. If I was, I would be, flipping my figures left and right. I help other collectors. I collect for myself. In the years to come, these things will be worth a lot more than you sell. Similar to crypto, it's not about the short game. Sometimes it's about, the hold and the long-term game. What's this going to turn into, 5-10 years from now? How can I increase the worth of this collectible? Getting it signed, getting it multiple signed, whatever it is. There's different things you can do to increase the worth of your collection. Tons of stuff. You can get them all, like I said, autographed and whatever. And, as they become less and less out in stores and harder to find, of course, they're going to be worth more and more. And what one man's willing to pay becomes almost a new standard on these things. Someone starts offering 50, all of a sudden everybody's selling it for 50, and it can go up and up and up. That's why they kind of start up high on eBay, if you haven't noticed. They'll start, ridiculously high. And as people start buying them at lower prices, everybody slowly lowers the price. I got called out once. I was selling figures on eBay. And I was literally selling the figure for, the retail price, a $5 markup, and $5 for shipping anywhere in the U.S. Everybody else was selling this figure for $100. And the dude pulled me aside and was like, remove that. You're going to ruin it for the rest of us. We're trying to make money here. And I was just like, you know what? Well, I'm trying to help other collectors. So get the fuck out of my face. And, I'll sell my toys for whatever I want to sell. If I want to give them away on my podcast, I will. Just to spite the scalpers that are out there. I'm always trying to get figures for cost to people, plus the shipping. Hopefully they do the same for me if it's something that I'm looking for and needing. Like I said, today I went out for the hunt. I was going after that Vader figure. I was also looking for the Rock and Stone Cold lunchbox, the Rock and Mankind, Funko t-shirt. I've seen these things all over Facebook. They look really cool. I struck out. I did, however, find a Legends Ultimate Warrior for $9.99 as that series of Legends is half price. The one with Ultimate Warrior, Paul Orndorff, Jake the Snake Roberts, and, is that the one? Sorry, I had this thing for a sec. And Eddie Guerrero. Yep, that's the one that came with the Poppy shirt, Eddie Guerrero. So you had the Eddie Guerrero, the Ultimate Warrior in his final appearance outfit, with the microphone when he went on, TV. Jake the Snake Roberts with the Chase variant Jake. And that comes with, the snake in the bag. It's a really cool figure. And the other one in that set, like I said, so I just mentioned it, is the Paul Orndorff, and that comes with the robe. They're all at $9.99. They were online. Some of them might still be at Target for $9.99. I went to go, scan it out, and it was ringing up $19.99. I was like, hey, buddy, you guys are supposed to price match what you got online, and the guy did. Really did. I got it for $9.99. Also found another Dusty Rhodes from a couple series back. I have it, but I needed one I'd rather open, so I got another one. I don't have any open Dusty figures, so I'll take that one. Because if I was to buy an older one, I'm probably not going to want to open it. It'll be worth more, and it'll cost me too much just to open. So I did find those two, and then I found, one of the other items I was looking for, and that's the NECA Ultimate Horror Collection line with Ghostface from the Scream movies. I am a NECA horror collector. That's the one collection that I do open all the figures for some reason. I just always have. I love to pose them. I love to move them. They're not really to be played with, but the articulation to photograph them is just amazing. You can do so much with them. The detail that they come with is just great. I also went into the Back to the Future line. That's another great line. The Terminator line looks really cool, too. One of these days might pull the trigger. I don't know. I keep seeing the T-1000s, both of them. Cool figures, like I said. The effects and everything is just really cool. So it wasn't total loss of a day. But like I was saying, so, you go figure hunting. And I try to go, 3-4 times a week. Not as many times as I went today. I went to a lot of Targets and Walmarts today. A bunch. Usually, I'll go to 2 or 3. Today was like 7 or 8. I just wanted to see before the weekend, if anything, people starting to see these things in stores, that if I could find them. Like I said, I didn't find most of the stuff I was looking for, but that's okay. It is okay. It's not always about what you find. And the other thing, that's really important, when you're hunting in this, is don't get discouraged when you find nothing. If you walk out of the store and you don't buy something, don't get in the habit of just buying something to buy it. If it's not something you were looking for and it's not something that you totally enjoy and you want, don't just buy it. Leave it behind. It's fine. Not every hunting day you're going to come home with what you're looking for. I happened to find some things today, yes. And I ran into some, things that I wasn't looking for that, I ended up picking up because it was just things that were on my radar that, not my immediate radar, but they were out there. And that was, some Funko Pops. The Pop Funkos, whatever you want to say. The Otis with the Money in the Bank and the Drew McIntyre. And I also found the chopping teeth guy from Hellraiser, which if you're a horror fan, I love Hellraiser. I always loved that character with the chopping teeth, and it was pretty cool to find him. It said it was a Walmart exclusive, so I swiped him when I got there. But yeah, for the most part, if I didn't see those things, I would have walked out empty today and just went back home. Don't get in the trap, like I said, just buying shit to buy it. You don't want it. You'll just be stuck with it. And like I said, it sets up bad spending habits later on. Kind of have an idea what you want to, buy when you go figure hunting, toy shopping. I'm saying this as an adult, obviously, as a kid, it doesn't really matter when you're a kid. Your parents buy you what you ask, they try. And as an adult, it's a lot harder as you got to go and look for these things, and especially a lot harder now where there's no toy stores. When I was a kid, we'd go to Toys R Us, on once a week or whatever, at KB Toys, and there'd be rows of figures and all the time. If they weren't on the shelves, the people in the back could get them. Toys were booming. And today it's hard. Everything's in a retail store like Target, Walmart, online, or you're going into small little collectible stores where stuff is very expensive. You don't have that luxury of just going to a total toy store today. With that being said, it makes it a little bit more difficult on the hunt. But, like I said, don't get discouraged. Don't. Just don't. It's okay to, not find anything. And just be patient. A quick tale about the patience. A while back, they released some Royal Rumble Elites, so four of them. Ultimate Warrior Royal Rumble 1990 with, an alternate phase with the faded paint. It was when he, stood up against Hogan in the Royal Rumble. It came also with Titus O'Neil, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Umaga. I saw somebody post the Ultimate Warrior online. I kind of went nuts. I really wanted it. I looked in stores, couldn't find shit. Went to eBay right away and bought one for I want to say $60 I paid. Dude got me good. But, whatever, it came. Saw a little while later, I found Umaga in the store, so cool, I grabbed him. And then, another kid was posting the Austin one. Damaged packaging for a good price, so I grabbed him. So I had these, whatever. I paid a little bit over market price, obviously, for the other two, and a lot for the Ultimate Warrior. Then, a little bit later on, Ringside decides to release these figures at a very good price. Almost cost, I think, for pre-orders, coming out, later in a couple of months. And, I went back, I pre-ordered them. But, if I just had waited, I would have saved, $70, $80, $100. So sometimes you got to be patient when you're doing this. That would be my tip to you all. Is patience is virtue. And also as a collector, like I said, going back to that, it's a little bit different. So when you're going into these stores and you're going on the hunt, have your list of items, that you want in your head or in your, what you're looking for. And also, have your budget in mind. Don't just bring a blank check because you're going to go crazy. I mean, have an idea of what you want to spend. Add up what you want. If you were to find everything that you wanted on your list. And then, add in a little bit of extra if you find something special or whatever that, you weren't expecting to find. And that's what you bring. Don't bring all your money with you. Because if you bring it all, you'll probably spend it all. And on stuff that you're not even looking, for or that you even want. I did that early on one day. I just went in and I started blindly buying. And I got agitated because I couldn't find anything I wanted. So I just bought a bunch of shit. And I came home with a bunch of toys. And I ended up, luckily I was able to trade them all away for stuff that I wanted. But if I didn't, I would have been stuck with a box full of, toys that I can't have no use for. And, if I just had a better idea of what I was doing, a little bit of budgeting, and, some willpower there, I would have, probably left the store with nothing that day, but a lot more money in my pocket. So, you really want to, plan out these trips, plan out these hunts, and, set yourself a goal and a plan and a budget, and just, stick to it so you don't end up running yourself bankrupt and, taking a total loss. Nothing worse than taking a loss on these things. If you're trying to resell, if you're trying to just buy to collect, over market pricing and stuff and just buying useless stuff is a loss. Wow, what a great day. Sorry to change the subject like that. I'm just, chilling on this Galactus. It's a great Friday afternoon. We're talking wrestling toys, figure hunting, collectible hunting. You got NCW on tonight at 7:30, the reunion show. The VSW podcast sponsored one of the matches we have. You'll have to watch it to see which one. It is going to be a fire match, though, I can tell you that. It's been a great day. Disabled will be with me later on. And we'll just be kind of chilling, doing our thing. Tomorrow night is my father's birthday. We'll be celebrating that. It's just an all-around good weekend for wrestling stuff and just for life, Also, speaking of some wrestling news and stuff, just to kind of jump really quick, why I have it in my head of what's being shown. Oh, we seem to have lost internet connection there. I don't know what is going on. I am sorry about that. What I was going to say is, but there is another interesting show tomorrow night and Sunday on Fight that you might want to check out if you're into the independent scene. I can't, like I said, access the information now. The internet seems to be out when I'm trying to get there. Let me try one more time. Why?